Hey, Taki, you seem like you're pretty similar in terms of size-wise, physically, as opposed to maybe last year, but how do you feel different physically, and what's been kind of the focus going into this camp?
Physically, I feel a lot stronger. I feel a lot more stronger. I feel a lot faster. I feel like I am the same like kind of weight as I was last year, but I feel like my body's tightened up a lot more. So that's kind of the difference, and I feel like I'm more conditioned, I guess, because I had a whole summer to train. So yeah.
How would you describe your role on the D-line? What sort of things are they asking you to do down and out?
Just being able to play as many snaps as I have to, and just kind of helping the younger guys catch up and like learn the system, and also kind of be one of those leaders in our position group.
It seems like they're, doing different things schematically in terms of adding an extra defensive lineman at times with two, and a lot of that's towards, being determined to stop the run this season. How much emphasis is there on that specifically?
I think that's the biggest thing about Gregory is that's the one thing he's been pointing out to us is the run is the most important thing that he wants stopped this year, with us giving up a lot of yardages last year. But I think he's done a good job of forcing us to kind of focus on that, work on our gap schemes to stop all the inside runs and kind of lessen those yards and then become a better run stop defense.
Do you feel in your progression that you kind of got shoved in there last year because, Levi opts out, he was supposed to play, and then Thule is unavailable, and it's just Taki and I think Bronson and whoever else got shoved in there, but were you ready?
Yeah, I was ready. I played behind a lot of great players. You got Greg, Benny, Levi, Josiah. And I think they kind of prepared me coming as a freshman. They kind of helped me with the ropes, especially Greg, and kind of taking me under the wing and just like kind of showing me what I need to do. And then the year after, I kind of got a little bit more playing time. And then last year, I feel like I wasn't really thrown in there. It was just more like next man up. I have to be ready, and I felt like I was ready, and I just kind of had to do what I had to do.
With that same kind of idea, I mean, with you and Thule both, haven't been here for 3 years, do you feel like it's really kind of your time now to kind of make your legacy, so to speak, I guess?
Yeah, I do think it's time for us to make our legacy. I've been behind a lot of guys, like I said, and I've seen their legacies, and I think for me, that's like the one thing I've been focusing on this year is like making sure that I separate myself, but also help the younger guys. We have a lot of young guys, so I kind of have to help them, but at the same time, it's like I kind of have to be ready to set my own things of who I am, what I want to be known as a UW D lineman. So yeah.
What's your early impression been of Kiao, who came in early and seems like he's been getting praise, and we've seen he's been fiery at times out there. What's your impressions of him early?
I love Kiao. I think he's a great athlete. He's an amazing kid. He's kind of like him and Voy, kind of like my little brothers. They're always at my house, so like. He's a baller. He works hard. His mindset is amazing. I feel like he'll do a lot of great things. And I think behind the scenes, weight room, that kid's an animal and he's hungry. So I'm excited to see what he does this season.
I know you have to hold up to your responsibilities, but what's it like when you didn't have Thule to play with? Because you guys are kind of a natural bookend.
It wasn't that. It sucked, but honestly, it wasn't hard, I guess, because it's always, in our room, it's always next man up. So, like, the twos and the threes, they always play as if they're going against one. So everyone's bond is different, but those younger guys, Josiah, I'm close to everybody. So it wasn't really, a difference, but it would have been nice to play next to him also. But yeah, it wasn't really a difference to me.
You get tired of going up against MJ, Luke, and Henry all the time?
No, it's fun. It's just I try to like switch sides a lot. MJ's my roommate, so I see him all day. But it's like if I'm going against the best online in the Pac-12, I think personally, and probably in the nation. So it just makes me a better athlete. And then I see it as I'm giving them my best look. So when they go against other people, there's no difference.
MJ's your roommate?
Yeah.
What's the inside of your refrigerator look like?
A whole lot of nothing. It's like, we don't grocery shop that much. It's mainly just snacks from here, to-go meals, red card, pretty much it.
What's the challenge of going consistently against a guy like him who's obviously 6'6", 355 and moves the way that he moves?
Challenges is like, I guess, just how strong he is, I guess. He's a strong dude, don't get me wrong. So it's just more like having him have faster feet than him and just using what I have as an advantage, like somewhat my speed, and just kind of out-juking him or like using his power against him, where I force him to put all his weight forward and then just kind of like throw him by. So that's pretty much it with MJ.